You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Thursday, October 30th, Halloween Eve. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather improving today with a clearing sky, and by tomorrow morning, many spots over the northern half of the state will see lows in the 30s with a chance of some scattered frost for the first time this season. So here's the upper air look. A very deep upper low is spinning away over the Tennessee Valley and the state of Tennessee. And because of the very cold air loft with that feature, we actually had some showers with small hail yesterday. But man, some very vivid rainbows. You'll see those here shortly, but that will be opening up and lifting out. And as that happens, we'll start to see subsidence or sinking air and a clearing sky. We'll check the radar this morning, and there's really nothing showing up. Having said that, there could be a little drizzle in spots, but that will not last long. 40s and 50s to start the day. Over the state, we're expecting highs in the 50s for the northern counties, 60s for South Alabama today. We'll check the watch warning map. We have freeze warnings in effect from the Texas Hill Country up into parts of the Great Plains. Some fog issues for parts of Iowa and Minnesota. Got a marginal risk of severe storms today around Chesapeake Bay, Washington, D.C., and Baltimore. Tomorrow, not a single thunderstorm across the entire United States. And on Saturday, things stay very quiet. Maybe some thunder along the Texas Gulf Coast, but nothing severe. Rain for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week. Not a lot. This is suggesting parts of Mobile and Baldwin counties could receive 1 inch. Other than that, rain amounts under 1/2 inch. And again, there's much model madness concerning the weather Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whether it rains or it doesn't rain. If we do see rain, most likely it's going to be quite light. And we still need rain. I know a lot of folks have had 2 inches of rain for the past week, but we'll get the update on this product in about 3 hours. So this afternoon, I'll have that available. That's the drought monitor that's released once a week on Thursday morning. So in the tropics, Melissa beginning to accelerate northeast. And again, we stress, other than Melissa, things are very calm. From the Gulf to the coast of Africa, this is the 7-day outlook coming from the National Hurricane Center. So again, other than Melissa, no tropical storms, no hurricanes for the next 7 days. Melissa beginning to stretch out as it's getting caught up in the mid-latitude westerlies, but still, it's a very significant hurricane. It's moving away from the Bahamas this morning. Maximum sustained winds 105 miles per hour. And this thing will be close to Bermuda late tonight. It will likely pass a little west of the island, but it's close enough in that there is a hurricane warning in effect for Bermuda. Should have winds of about 100, 105 miles per hour passing just west of the island tonight, but then it becomes post-tropical up in the North Atlantic by the weekend, and that will do it for this storm that caused so many problems in Jamaica and eastern Cuba and overnight in the southeast Bahamas. So model fans, here we go. European, this is 4 o'clock today. OZ run, the upper low that was over the Tennessee Valley beginning to open up and lift out. And we're expecting a clearing sky today, with, again, highs in the 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. Here's the high-resolution HUR valid at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And again, we've got a few spots of drizzle this morning, but all that should be gone by afternoon as the sky clears. Tomorrow, Halloween. Should be a beautiful day. Start the day in the 30s for North Alabama, 40s for South Alabama, highs in the 60s for much of the state. And again, I think some of the colder pockets will see a light freeze tomorrow morning over North Alabama, those colder valley locations. And really the same thing on Saturday. Saturday morning will be cold with lows in the 30s, a chance of scattered frost for the northern half of the state. And again, highs Saturday should be in the 60s for most locations, low 70s for South Alabama. So this is where we're starting to, think about mentioning the chance of showers. And we have in the forecast. We mentioned a chance of showers Sunday, but understand it will certainly not rain everywhere, and it will certainly not rain all day, and there's certainly no chance of any thunderstorms like last Sunday. Just a few scattered showers with an upper feature, an upper trough coming in here. And again, on Monday of next week, this is where the models diverge considerably. This is the European, which is very reliable at this range, and it shows absolutely nothing, suggesting Monday will be a dry and pleasant day. However, this is the GFS on Monday, same time, and it shows a pretty deep upper low that's near the Gulf Coast with light rain over much of the state. So who do you believe here? Do you believe the European, Monday totally dry, or do you believe the GFS showing a good chance of rain? We're still going to mention a chance of showers, but hopefully we'll get some better consistency, and it could be where we take the chance of rain out. But again, for now, just a chance of showers. And Tuesday of next week, the European still dry, highs upper 60s and 70s. And then we're pretty confident the latter half of next week will be dry. This is Wednesday. That looks good. And a week from today, this is Thursday, the 6th of November. The upper trough is over New England. We have a northwest flow aloft here. And once again, a dry air mass. So at the moment, we're going to mention just a chance of showers. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but again, it's very iffy at this point. Let's go out 10 days. This is Saturday, the 8th of November. Big weekend here. First big weekend in November. We got the ridging in the west, a trough to the north, and if this verifies, that day would be rain-free. But remember, this is 10 days out. We all know that could change. Rain for the next 15 days, the mean a little over 1 inch between now and the 14th of November. Really not that much. Keep in mind, as we get into November, that's the beginning of the tornado season, and typically we begin to see more frequent rain-producing systems here. But again, that's not that much for the first half of November. Temperatures coming off the national blend of models. Highs in the 50s today for the northern half of the state. We'll see 60s for South Alabama. Notice those upper 30s. Tomorrow morning and Saturday morning, which means for a number of spots over the northern half of the state, it will be a frosty morning. But then we warm up next week with highs in the low 70s over the latter half of the week. And this is the latest long-range guidance. This is for November 6th through November 12th. And if that verifies, temperatures could be a little above average. So we mentioned we had some rain showers with small hail. There you go. This was yesterday up in the Madison County near Huntsville. And again, you typically don't have hail with relatively weak showers, but in a case like that, you can because the air aloft was extremely cold with that upper low that was spinning away across the Tennessee Valley. But man, oh man, the rainbows were just off the charts yesterday. Had these little bands of showers rotating around the upper low. The clouds would break after the showers, and these were extremely vivid. The rainbows were just incredible over much of the state yesterday, just bright as could be. How about this? Where's the pot of gold? Where's the pot of gold? Buc-ee's. That's the Buc-ee's in Leeds, just east of Birmingham. But wow, so many rainbow pictures. Those were just astounding. Some of the folks that sent those in, they said, I've lived here a long time. I've never seen rainbows this bright before. And on our for the Gulf Coast, our friends down there showing some really cool sunset images last night. Sun going down over the waters. We're getting closer and closer to the winter solstice. And by the way, you know what happens this weekend? I'm sure that you know, but just as a friendly reminder, it's the time change. We go back on standard time this weekend. So the sun will be setting Sunday afternoon before 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But we gain an hour of daylight for those of us that wake up with the chickens early in the morning. So today I'm going to be in Huntsville at Willowbrook Church to see the senior adults there. That'll be a lot of fun. On the way back, I'll be stopping by Sneed State Community College in Boaz. Tomorrow morning, going to be at Mount Olive Elementary School in northern Jefferson County. And on Saturday, we have a book signing in Albertville. Hey, Marshall County, come see us. We'll be at the Sand Mountain Amphitheater Saturday from 10 until 1. and it's going to be good. We take a lot of pictures. We have a lot of fun. You need to do some Christmas shopping for your weather weenie friends. We'll have all the weather T-shirts there. We've got our children's books, and it's just a fun session. So again, 10 to 1, Saturday in Albertville at the Sand Mountain Amphitheater. Hope to see many of you there. Don't forget, you can catch me on television this evening, ABC 3340 News, and every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 104.7 WZZK. Thanks for watching. Have a great Thursday, and God bless.